Hi, my name is Kotaro from Japan. I'm football coach. Today, I'm going to talk about player ownership. Player ownership is one of the most important things in my coaching. For me, ownership means that players take responsibility for their actions. They think for themselves, they make their own decisions, and they learn from the result. But ownership is often misunderstood. Some people think giving freedom creates ownership. But freedom without responsibility is just chaos. Others think telling players to be proactive is enough. But ownership cannot be forced. For me, ownership is something that emerges. It comes from the right environment. First, it comes from trust. Players need to feel safe to make decisions, safe to try, safe to fail. If they are afraid, they will not take ownership. Second, it comes from presence. Players must be fully engaged in the moment. They must see, feel, and decide. Because ownership only exists in actions. So, as a coach, I don't try to control everything. Instead, I create situations where players have to decide. I ask questions instead of giving answers. I give them responsibility instead of taking it away. And I let them reflect on their decision. Over time, they start to think more, they start to decide more, and they start to lead. That is ownership for me. The goal is not to have players who follow instructions. The goal is to have players who understand the game and take responsibility for it. Because in the end, football is played by the players, not coach. I don't play anymore. Of course, sometimes I show how to play, how to kick. But game is not mine. And the best players are not controlled, they are empowered. A truly strong team is not one that depends on the coach. It is one that continues to grow even without coach. Okay, thank you so much for watching my channel. See you next time.